Hey guys, welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading about messages from heaven. Okay, so this is you have a loved one spirit or whatever spirit. It could even be an animal. I just picked some cards. However it resonates with you, if you were called to the video, there's probably a message here for you. So we have 3 piles. We have rose quartz, we have pyrite, and we have amethyst. All right, so take a second. If you need to pause the video, and you're gonna pick 1 for amethyst, 2 for the pyrite, or 3 for rose quartz. All right, I will be time stamping, so you don't have to watch through the whole video. All right, for those of you who picked amethyst, we're going to go ahead and get into it. We'll put these to the side. All right. I will use tarot to possibly clarify if there's anything that needs to be clarified. All right. So for those of you who picked the amethyst, we have time to go. Okay, your loved one wants you to know that it was their time to go. And you'll see them again with never-ending story. You will see your departed loved one again. It's just like they're sitting up there waiting on top of that hourglass. And so they say, when you're in heaven, it's like time spent here on earth is like a blink of an eye. It goes by so fast. They also may be sending you a gift, okay? Or maybe, could literally be a pet. They could be sending you an animal. They could also be thanking you. Maybe some of you got the job of taking on an animal when they passed away. That certainly happens when animals are left behind. And it could also be your pet also saying that they're okay. So that's what I get with that exchanging gifts card. That they could send you a gift. They could also be telling you to pay attention to your animals. They may communicate to you through the animals that you have. If you took care of their animals, then they're still watching over them from above, and obviously they're thanking you for it. That's a beautiful card. And that's it's a ballerina, but it's like a fairy, or she has wings, So however that resonates with you. We also have from my chakra deck, gratitude. The person that's on your mind that crossed over, they want you to know that they have such gratitude for you. And they'll never forget you. And look at that big heart. They have so much love that they're sending your way. They have so much gratitude for you. We have despondence. And then next to that we have victim. So with the card of despondence, it speaks to us a person who is happy taking care of those in need. The card the actual story on this card is there's a hurricane, and the lady's life doesn't seem to be particularly busy, but when there's a hurricane, she's called into action to help others. And so with the victim card next to it, maybe you help this person, the one that's on your mind. Or maybe you're going through something and they see that you're going through it. Or maybe some of you are stuck in life. You don't know which way to go. And it's telling you, they're telling you from above that you're the kind of person who is activated when someone else is in need. It's going to resonate different for each and every one of you, but you take it how it resonates. We have a victim and we have somebody who likes to rescue to the aid of victims. And that itself is a very clear message. So maybe you came to their rescue because they have such great gratitude for you and for what you do. And maybe that's what you do. Maybe you're, who knows? You're someone who rushes to the aid of others in their time of need. That's what you do. That's what activates you. And if that's the case, they see it and they're thanking you. They have such gratitude for you. They also want you to know through the Osho Zen deck, they were exhausted. Okay? And that's just one of their reasons it was time to go. They were just so physically exhausted here on Earth. I mean, look at all the stuff around that person. Look at the face on that person. That person is so exhausted, and they're wrapped in a green cloth, which is, around the head, which is the heart chakra. We also saw the heart chakra colors here in the victim card. Okay. This could have been somebody who suffered a lot. They could have been abused in life. But they were exhausted. They were physically exhausted. And then with the next two cards, it's quite obvious. That's why they wanted to go home. This physical exhaustion led to wanting to go home to Source, taking the path home, following the light. That's beautiful. I have not had a chance to look at these cards. I just pulled cards from the deck. I had no idea what I was going to get, but I kept the decks together, so I am reading them as they come, and at the end, if I feel pulled to do tarot, I will. So they also want you to know they're a free spirit now. You see that mermaid there? And it says free spirit. So maybe this was a person who was a victim in life. And behind that card is innocence. Maybe they were a person who got blamed for a lot of things in life. But now they're a free spirit. And they've recaptured and reclaimed their innocence. It's very beautiful. This is a very beautiful reading for whoever picked the amethyst stone. They want you to know that they're going to send you signs, or they do send you signs. They want you to pay attention to the signs and the symbols in nature. But I would say that in general, any way they can get you a sign, pay attention to signs. But this card particularly speaks in nature. Pay attention in nature. Insects could come up to you, like a butterfly, or a bird could come near you, or just pay attention in nature. I do know that our loved ones at home, they do send signs in nature, Pay attention to the signs. They're sending you signs. And here we have a card from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle. It says, Orca Well Adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends, family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. Maybe this person who was gone was your rock in a lot of ways, or maybe you were their rock, but you can see that here we have a family who's still left below, and we have one who's looks like it's leaving, who's ascending. The one whale is ascending, and we look like we have three family members left behind. This could resonate with you, but this is what they're saying. You're more powerful than you know. You know. And if it's somebody who's lost a spouse, you know, they are with you. They're going to send you signs. They'll send you signs in nature, wherever that may be. I'm going to pull a couple of tarot just to see what may come out to give some confirmation, but I think that these cards are very clear. I don't really think more is needed, but just because I am who I am. Anything the tarot wants to add for the person who picked pile number 1, the amethyst? Anything the tarot wants to add for the ones who picked pile number 1, the amethyst? With the strength reverse, I think they just letting you know that they were very weak, okay? They were very exhausted, very weak, and we get that here, okay? We have a few cards that came out. So, with the full reverse, and then all these cards that came after, which I'm going to explain, I think what they're saying is even though they couldn't do another round with you or another cycle with you, they couldn't continue the journey with you. But they do want you to know they are sending you messages, okay? They are sending messages even though they're not here. And with this Ace of Swords, this is literally a gift from the universe. It's clarity. You're going to know the messages from them. And you could have been dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could have been dealing with a mother, okay? Could have been dealing with anybody. This could be anybody, okay? But they're sending you so much love, okay? And they want you to know you're never alone, okay? You're never alone. And you're going to see very clear signs about this, especially in nature, if you can see that. All right, so for those of you who picked pile 1, that's what Spirit has to say, and I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Please like, share, please subscribe, and I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Okay, now we're going to go on to those who picked pile number 2. They clear this away. And the ones who picked pile number 2, that was the pyrite. So, for those of you who picked the pyrite, We're going to get started now. What time is this? 15:06. All right, so pyrite. For those of you that pick pyrite, they want you to know that they're looking after you. They're looking down on you. They're keeping an eye on you. You see how this person with the wings is looking down. It says thinker, but it's obvious symbolism. They're looking down on you from above. Okay. And the cards right behind it, they want you to know that you have a lot of protection because we have higher power. This looks like an angel. Okay. This could be a guide, a spirit guide. So they want you to know they're looking down on you and you're heavily protected. You have a lot of protection. And I just happened to notice this. We have 44, and 4, which angel numbers, that means angel protection. 444 is angel. It's an angel number, and it speaks about the angels being around you. So they want you to know that you are being heavily guarded and watched and looked after by them and by the angels. I have 2 cards here, and the one that sticks out to me, between worlds. I feel like somebody was in a car accident for some strange reason, or some accident, some trauma. I feel like 2 people were in something together, and one person survived and the other person didn't survive. And I think that one person tried to survive and they were probably lingering between 2 worlds. Now, this could technically go for anybody who lingered between 2 worlds, but the reason why I feel it was 2 people who were in something traumatic, because we have something that says not for you. And that's what makes me feel like there were 2 people in some kind of accident. Doesn't have to be a collision, but 2 people who were in something traumatic together, and one was hanging in, one was fading in and fading out between 2 worlds, and that the other one survived because it says not for you. And it's pink, it's full of love, and we got the fortune cookie. So your time wasn't up. And if it doesn't resonate that way, however it resonates to you who picked this pile, but definitely I feel somebody was hanging in and out. They were probably in and out of consciousness. And if you weren't in a situation where you was in a traumatic event with someone else and they passed away and you survived, I also feel that it could have been, a loved one, like a spouse, and that they hung in there, but they passed over. But I think they're letting you know that, maybe they weren't the one that was meant to be with you forever. Okay, they weren't meant to stay with you for your entire journey, because there's still something left, some destiny for you to fulfill. And that's how I take that for those cards. Because we have one here, 2 more numbers that stick out to me is 3, which is the divine. It's the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. With number 3, one person went home. And we have number 6, which in tarot speaks of victory. It also speaks of lovers. So it could be saying it wasn't your time to go home. It could also be saying that lover wasn't for you, or you had to stay back to meet your destiny. Okay? I also got some cards I pulled from the chakra cards. And we have two people, well, two entities, I shouldn't say people. There's a female holding one, and the one that she's holding passed away. So if it was you, if it's literally an animal, you'll know. But more symbolically, this is a person who's holding another person as they pass away in their arms. And so if you're carrying any grief over that, that's why this card, not for you, is here. Okay? Just know that it all happened exactly the way that it was supposed to. It was meant for them. It wasn't meant for you. And you just have to believe and trust. You have to believe and trust in God and in universe, and have faith that that's exactly how it was supposed to be. Because I see with this, I feel like this says insecurity, but it could be, and we have a lot of heart. Here we have the heart chakra, but here we have the root chakra, but it's affecting the heart. Like literally somebody's energy could be drained because they're having such grief and such loss, a feeling of it. And you have to be careful, because that is when the devil tries to set into your aura, your auric field. Okay, that's when negativity tries to set in. It finds a way, and it's finding a way in through the heart space. And it may make you feel guilty. It may make you feel insecure about maybe decisions you made or how you acted, or I don't know, because I don't know the situation. That's just the feeling I'm getting from these cards, and from the overall feeling I'm getting. It wasn't for them. It was for them. It wasn't for you. They don't want you to feel grief if you have grief. They don't want you to have the burden of this. What you should take from it, if this is resonating with you, is take the wisdom. This is again the heart chakra. Heal the heart. Learn from this experience. Okay, you can carry it with you like she carries the world with her, but you don't have to let it consume you. Because in this energy, it's consuming. It's consuming who you are as a person. In this energy, it's healing and letting go. And they're still there with you. Everyone is there with you from the other side. So if I'm speaking to anyone who has any sort of grief about someone who's passed and had questions, it's all because it wasn't meant for you. It was meant for them. And on your part, gain the wisdom from it and let it go. Don't carry the burden. Don't carry the grief. And some of you may be working a lot. And this talks about the throat chakra with the blue color. Some of you may be working so that you don't have to face the loss of someone. And if that's the case, I understand working to stay busy, because sometimes the thoughts are overbearing, but try to speak about it. It's okay to speak about it. Even if you're just speaking to the air, speaking to yourself, writing it down, but it's important to get it out of you. Because I can't help but keep thinking about this as consuming. It's consuming. Okay, it's coming in through the root chakra, and it's consuming the heart space. And this is exactly what God doesn't want. Nobody wants this. Okay? And you are being guided and protected by a higher power and by the angels. So be careful about being a workaholic to avoid the pain and the loss of somebody. And I feel As I'm talking, I feel like my throat just wants to close up. I feel like this is very hard for someone to speak about. It's very hard for me to talk right now. 3 cards I have here, I'll probably pull tarot. Sorry, my throat chakra completely closed up. I feel like somebody here needs someone to talk to. But the next 3 cards I have are celebration. I feel that they want you to celebrate your life and be happy. I think that they're letting you know that you have reasons to celebrate, and if you don't think that you will, that you do, you certainly will. Because these people are celebrating. And their feet are in the water, which water speaks about emotions. I think the person that you're missing wants you to be happy. They want you to be emotionally happy. Because with the next 2 cards, we have the mind. And I think that you're too much in your mind about what happened. Or somebody's passing. It's just heavily on your mind. Look at, it's like smokestacks coming out of this person's brain. If you can see that. It's like a bunch of towers coming out of this person's brain, and they just keep, like a video recorder, they just keep reliving something in their mind over and over and over. And here, you see here, this just came to me. The person's wrapped up like a mummy, like they're constrained all the way up to the throat. And this is exactly where I'm feeling tightening up. It's right in the throat. They're trying to let you know that they're always going to be there, even if they're not there in the physical body. And we also have the number 6. Like we have the number 6 here. So I don't know if 6 is significant, but 6 is lovers. 6 is, it's a union. And I think what they're letting you know is that you will be reunited again. And that they are with you. The next card that came out was waiting. They're just waiting on you. It might seem like a long time here on earth, but when you're in heaven, waiting on your loved ones, it's such a short time. It's like a blink of an eye. Very, very, very short. So that's what they want you to know. They're waiting on you. Patiently waiting. From the Ancestor Spirit cards, I think 2 came out. Yeah, 2 came out. They want you to... Where's the other one? It's here. It's really weird. They're stuck together. And that might be a symbol too. Maybe in life you two were always together. Because I couldn't get these 2 cards apart. They want you to get into nature. Go out in nature. Do something. Coexistence. Do something with somebody. Get out. Because the next card also reiterates that. Connect with water. Maybe this is where they're going to send you messages. Because it has water spirits. They're going to connect with you in nature in some way. It's going to do you a lot of good too if you're grieving. Just to get out into nature. Interact with other people. That's what they want you to know. Sitting around and grieving is no good, and thinking about things and replaying things in your mind over and over and over again is no good. And the card that I pulled for you is from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle, and it's owl magic. And it's, another owl looking over an owl above looking above an owl below. And it says, choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So that's pretty clear that this person is telling you, let the past go. Celebrate your life. Let the past go and celebrate your life. You will see them again. They're waiting on you. I'm going to pull a tarot. Anything you want to add to this? Spirit, anything you want to add for the person who picked Pyrite number 2? Anything you want to add? I would really hope that you can talk to somebody, because the throat really just wants to tighten up on me. It really does. Wow. First thing that comes to me is they can hear you talking to them. And more than anything, they wish they could rush in. They obviously can't rush in. This person wants you to know. And this could have been a spouse, or a father or a brother. It's the King of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But they want you to know that they hear everything you say to them. And they so much wish they could rush in towards you. So that's it for that. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. And I hope it was beneficial to you in some way. I hope that you gained something, some closure, some clarity, some solace, some comfort. I really do, because I can feel the energy. They're hard for me to do. I'm an empath and I can feel. So thank you for viewing. Now, those of you who picked rose quartz, your reading starts now. Your person wants you to know, or whoever that you're viewing this for, that it was time to go. It was their time to go. And they look like they're literally walking to heaven in this card. It's a very beautiful card. I feel with the next 2 cards, they wanted to go because I think they were lonely. We have the orphan card here. And we have come to the edge. And I just think that even if they weren't alone, I think they just felt so lonely. And they couldn't take it anymore. And I think they were missing their soulmate, because this person has come to the edge. It's like they're throwing out red rose petals, or leaving a trail of red rose petals. This person greatly missed somebody, and I think soulmate, because this is the next card. This person greatly missed their soulmate. You see the red rose petals? There we go. They wanted to go home to their soulmate. You know, sometimes we spend so much time, we have such deep bonds with people that when they're gone, we think we can carry on because maybe we have family and we have friends, we have a job, we have a purpose, but some people really just don't know how to carry on. And they feel alone, even if they're not alone. And this person certainly felt alone without their soulmate. And that's one of the messages. If you picked the rose quartz, they want you to know it was time to go. They desperately wanted to be with their soulmate. I have some cards next. I haven't looked at any of these cards, so I'm reading them as... These are from my chakra cards. I believe this person is renewed. It says renewal. And they look like they're in a beautiful garden that's just heaven made. Look at the rays of light. And of course, we have the sun there. For me, the sun in tarot always sort of represents Father God. So does the magician, because the great creator, right? But not an illusionist, just a great creator. I feel... I don't know how a lot of you feel about this, but I've read a lot of books. In particular, I've read a lot of Sylvia Browne books in the 90s and the 2000s. I own most of her books. And she speaks about when we die, we all return to the same age because our soul, we go to about the age of 30, all of us. And this would kind of, you know, symbolizes that for me. Like if this person was one of your family members that you loved, they wanted to go home and be with their soulmate. They're renewed, they're fresh, they're young again. They're not old and sick anymore. You know, they're young. Their soul is revitalized. And I think that they felt rejected, even though they weren't rejected. In this card, it talks about the person. Everybody wants the person. Everybody needs the person. But when they invite the person to come along and be part of the events and things, they never actually ask the person to do anything. The person's just there, like a guest. So internally, this person feels rejected, even though they weren't rejected. All of these people wanted this person. But when the person arrived, they had no purpose. And I feel that strongly this person just felt like they had no purpose. They felt like everyone was taking care of them, but they weren't doing anything to give back. They weren't feeling needed, though. Even that their loved ones, you felt that, well, just being here with us is all we wanted. We just wanted you to be with us, but they also need to feel needed. They felt that they were just around but had no purpose. And they wanted to go home to be with their counterpart, their soulmate. Now here, these are from my Osho Zen. We have moment to moment, which is living in the moment. We have someone who's meditating. And we have all of these ancestors around. And I think that this person is trying to communicate to you that stay in the present moment. And you can be with them because they are in the present moment. Whether they're here or on the other side, they're always in the very present moment. And if you want to communicate with your loved one, think what they're saying is be in the present moment, meditate, listen, sit quietly, be patient, be still, and you'll hear us talk to you. Now with the next two cards, I believe what they're trying to say is don't cling to the past, because it says clinging to the past, and share your light. You have beautiful light and love to share with the world. And this reminds me of an empress, very abundant and flowing. A mother. This is a mother to me. And it could be saying this person, if you're a mother-daughter situation, because this is a younger person, and this looks like a mature woman. If it's your mom or parent, they're saying, don't cling to the past. And they can be saying, I'm sending you much love and light. But in another sense, they could also be telling you to go out into the world and share your love and light. Don't hold on to the past, because they're always here with us. They're always here with us. The mermaid card that I pulled was this one, and it says dive deep. And if you get into a meditation, I'm telling you, you're going to be able to dive deep. You're going to get all kinds of downloads, visions. You're going to get messages from your loved ones, messages from your guides. Dive deep. And I got two cards from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. These fell out. This is synonymous. I keep being pulled to this. I keep being pulled to this meditation because look, these are students. Maybe some of you are, teachers. Maybe some of you teach this or do yoga or do some sort of healing, because this says teach and share. Maybe they're telling you your purpose. If you're not on your purpose, maybe they're telling you teaching and sharing is part of your purpose. Okay? And your spirit guides want to communicate with you. And if you meditate, your spirit guides will get through to you. You'll pick up their messages. There's something important for you, whoever picked this rose quartz. There's something important here for you about meditation. Very important for your life purpose. This is what your loved one is trying to get to you. There is something important about you meditating and about teaching others. And then the last card, which came from the Spirit Animal Oracle, it's the humpback whale. It's a very beautiful whale. As a matter of fact, I dreamt about this very whale about 4 or 5 days ago. And it's such a strong, silent creature, very powerful, but it seems very private, very mysterious. But the card says, humpback whale, singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Maybe some of you are singers. Your inner navigation always guides you. That's going to be where the meditation comes into play. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. So this means you have a destined purpose. Align with your purpose and the power of your soul. I can personally tell you the way to align with your soul is through meditation and prayer. That is how you align with your soul. I'm going to pull some tarot to see if there's anything the spirit wants to add to this, or your loved one on the other side. Anything you want to add to this for the person viewing the rose quartz. All of these readings for these stones have been beautiful, but I'm such an empath, it's got me choked up, because it kind of triggered my losses in my life. I've lost everyone in my life that I love. I have my children, I have my husband, but everyone else I have already lost. I've even lost a husband. So I understand you're grieving. Anything from spirit. Okay. All right. Some strong messages here. Okay. Strong messages came out from spirit. These two came out together. I think they see you up late at night, very stressed out, very wounded, okay? Might be feeling like you've been through so much already, okay? The spirit wants you to know, number one, it's not over. This is major. These two are the universe, okay? This is what they see you doing here in the physical 3D world. They see you worrying, and they see you beat up and battered. They want you to know it's not over. Okay? Your story is not over. This is the world reversed. Okay? It's a major arcana. But they do want you to know two messages I'm getting. They're either letting you know, don't let this loss make things over for you. Don't quit because of a tower moment. That's one message. But another message could be, the universe is sending you a tower because you cannot continue to be in this frame of mind. If you stay like this, the universe is going to send a tower, and it's going to be for your highest good, even though it may not seem like it. It could seem like, God, here I go again. But when you look back, you'll see that it had to happen for your highest good. The universe does not want anybody to stay on a low vibrating frequency. If we stay there too long, it will send a tower, because it hurts the universe, it hurts God, it hurts the planet, and they won't allow us to stay like this our entire life. So that's your reading, and I hope you gain some solace or some clarity or something from this. Thank you for tuning in, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.